Hey guys, what's going on? This is Travis P11. I want to welcome you back to the channel, and today we are finally going to do a little range test of the PSA AKV AK pattern 9mm pistol. Now, if you're not familiar with this particular firearm, it's basically PSA's take on the Vitya's SN submachine gun, which is something that was created by the Russian military, which is a full auto submachine gun. This, on the other hand, is just a semi-automatic blowback 9mm pistol that's patterned loosely off the AK-74, if you're not familiar with it. Now, Palmetto State Armory does carry about, I don't know, 9 or 10 different versions of this particular firearm. And the version that I bought is kind of, I guess you could say, your more bread and butter version. It just has the basic mag pull furniture on it. This is an OD green. SB3 brace on the back of it, basic trigger, 35 round mags. And that's pretty much it. But they start around $815, $816, and they do go up into the $1,000 range if you get them outfitted with all the different furniture and the tack rails and the ALG trigger and all that fun stuff. You do have 35 round magazines, okay, and we are all clear just to show you. And I have not actually fired this firearm. I mean, I've watched a lot of videos on it. The whole idea behind me buying this is I've been waiting over a year for PSA to release their MP5 clone. I've been putting money back, and they had not yet done so. So I just went ahead and just bought this one instead with the funds I've been putting back. And we got one. Now, to actually get one, I had to put in an email request with PSA. It's a stock number request, so when this thing actually shows up in stock, you get an email notification, and you got to be quick. These things sell out like in 5 minutes once you get the email. You just catch them at random times. They're kind of like the unicorn of firearms right now. It's got a lot of really cool features on it. You've got a Picatinny rail that's basically pinned in and onto the dust cover, which is really nice. Basic iron sights on the back, just your standard almost AK style sight on the front, kind of tanker style muzzle brake. You know, nothing too crazy, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I just basically got it for the channel to fiddle around with, something to possibly think about having for home defense, want to throw a can on the front, etc. And so we'll just do some accuracy testing. We'll do, I don't know, some 25-yard accuracy testing, and also kind of get out there and shoot it a little bit, chronograph it, and see what kind of velocity you can expect. Ammunition for this one, we're going to be shooting some 115 grain ball ammo. And then we're also going to be shooting some, I think it's either 124 or 125 grain ammo from Sport Shooters Ammunition. Magazines for this are only $14.99, which is crazy because, I mean, we're talking, you know, PMag cheap here basically, right? And the polymer is very sturdy. Magazines are made by Palmetto State Armory. And you can also use CZ Scorpion magazines with this, and Magpul. They make magazines, I think they're $18.99, but the PSA ones seem to function well. And you can see with the clear construction that, I mean, they are fairly rugged. Got a nice heavy duty spring down there. You've got your metal feed lips on the top. And at 15 bucks, I mean, it's kind of a funny story. I actually bought the magazines for this before I even had the firearm. Magazines were in stock, so I bought 4 mags for it, and I thought, well, I got to get a gun to go with it. And so that was kind of an expensive decision to make. But it doesn't matter. We're going to have some fun with it. So let's just go and take it out. I just want to talk about the overall shooting experience, the trigger, you know, the performance of the ammo, the basic accuracy. I'll just take the shots without doing any adjustments at all to the front sight. Then at some point, I'll just have to dial it in, and we can see what it can really pull off, right? So let's go hit the range. All right, 115 grain Federal. 25 yards. Oh, light trigger. Wow, that is light. Okay. Really hard to find the wall on the trigger. It doesn't seem to have much of a wall before it breaks. It kind of tenses up a little bit and then it just goes. I like it, but you got to be ready for it. Man. Mosquito. Jeez. Wow. Okay, we're out. So it's going to take me a while to get used to that trigger. We'll bring the targets back here in a little bit. Let's switch over to the 124, 125 grain sport shooters ammunition, polymer coated 9mm. So you have to have a very gentle finger, a very gentle pull to feel where that wall kicks in, and then it breaks. I mean, I don't even know what the poundage is on this. I'm going to say it feels like 3.5, maybe 4 pounds. A lot lighter than the AK triggers I'm used to. So 124, 125 grain, sport shooters ammunition. We'll be shooting at the left target now. This might be a little bit lighter shoot. Oh man. Yeah, recoil a little bit less with the heavier grain of ammo, but really it's not. The recoil kind of feels just a hair lighter than 223, say out of an AR-15 or 5.56. Kick is really not as bad as some people say it is. A lot of people say, oh, you really feel that thud and all that reciprocating mass. I don't seem to notice it. Looks like I'm pulling to the left a little bit. Okay, and we're all clear. All right, let's bring back our targets and see how we did. I'm a little scared to look at the targets, to be honest with you. Okay, so I don't think I'm going to make any adjustments to the trigger because I was all over the place. But I'm going to tell you right now, here's what you do with the trigger, okay? Just know your target, straight pull on the trigger, straight pull all the way through. If you're one of those guys that likes to look for the reset, or you're one of those people that appreciates the wall on the trigger before it breaks, chances are you're probably going to pull a little bit too hard and cause the gun to go off, just like I did, cause it to fire. Again, I'm just trying to learn the trigger, discipline on this particular pistol. So 115 grain, pretty tight. I mean, it was really well, fairly well centered. A little bit to the left, but that's typical of my shooting. I don't think I need to make any side adjustments. This is 25 yards, 115 grain Federal. The 125 grain sport shooters ammunition, not bad, not bad. Okay, it's a little bit further to the left, a little more spread out, but again, it's me learning that trigger. The fact that I can put something on the bullseye, that is definitely promising. So accuracy is going to be fine. I really think if you bench this thing, you could probably pull off an inch at I don't know, maybe 50 yards. I don't know if you could take it out to 100. You could try, maybe put an optic on the top. Again, I'm just using iron sights, so I'm pretty happy with it. But again, that trigger, man, it is definitely light, so make sure that you're ready for it. It could just be my build. It could just be my pistol. But, there's some tension there, but it will go off, so make sure that you're ready when you fire it. It is definitely smooth, a lot smoother than some people say. All right, now let's go ahead and do some chronograph testing with some 115 grain and 125 grain and see what kind of numbers the ammunition produces with the barrel that's on the pistol. Okay, so we're going to start off with 5 rounds of 115 grain Federal. Hopefully you guys can see this. I'll just holler out the velocity. That's the most important part anyway. This is just the Caldwell chronograph. 1362. $13.99, $13.76, $13.42, $13.17, $13.60. I think I got 7 rounds in here, by the way. $13.47, and that's it for that. Okay, let's go over to the 125 grain sport shooters ammunition, poly-coated 9mm. $11.92, $11.60, $11.50, $11.85, $11.67, and that's it. All right. So we'll kind of figure up the energy that you'd get out of those rounds. Hey, I want to apologize for any background noise you might be hearing. They're tearing up the parking lot right now, some jackhammers. And speaking of jackhammers, AKV. Now, we only did about 100 rounds today, and I mean, flawless, no problems, whether it was the reloaded sport shooters ammunition or the factory loaded 115 grain Federal. No problems whatsoever. Ergonomics, very comfortable. The weight is very much centered, so it doesn't feel too front heavy, doesn't feel too light in the back. It just kind of pulls straight down and rests naturally. It's very, very comfortable. Trigger, again, I love it. It's just going to take some getting used to. I guess I'm expecting, you know, a little bit of a heavier pull. No big deal. I'm not going to try the ALG trigger, nothing against those, but this is perfectly fine. Just like I said, know your target, always know your target, and no finger on the trigger until you're ready to pull and hit that target, because it's going to fire. The muzzle brake seemed to be fine. The recoil was completely comfortable. You know, when you get down to the price, there's a lot of, you know, pistol caliber carbines. There's a lot of compact firearms out there that shoot pistol caliber rounds that would be a lot cheaper. You know, you've got your high point carbine. You've also got some PSAs, Bear Creek Arsenal, that you could probably pick up for about maybe half price or 2/3 of the price of this. This is just fun. This is just cool. This is something I can slap a can on, get some subsonic ammunition, and have a great home defense weapon or a property defense weapon. 35 round mags, get those 15 round mag extensions going on there, and you get yourself a pretty potent package for home protection, self-protection, and so on. It's a fantastic tool. Just go pick one up. Just go get one. I don't think you'll regret it. They're a lot of fun. They're great to play with. And I'm going to take it back out with some steel case ammo and just see how it runs, some Tula, just to see how it functions with this AK-style action. And then also get some Hornady Critical Defense and run that through it. Maybe get some chronograph numbers, bench it, and see what the accuracy is. Now we're going to work on getting a red dot up on the top. We're either going to slap an EOTech or a aim point up on the top of here. I want to get a serious optic for it, because this may become the new truck gun. This may become the new kind of home defense, I want to say carbine, but compact firearm. So anyway, guys, that's it. That's my quick take on the PSA AKV. I'll be getting a cleaning video out there pretty soon on this. So if you buy one, I can show you how to take it apart and clean it. Because for some people, this might be their first firearm. This might be their only firearm, right? It comes in many different variations, lots of different furniture options for it, trigger options, tack rails, and all that stuff like that. Pistol braces and you know, things along those lines, so lots of options for you. Make sure you check it out. Again, PalmettoStateArmory.com. But in the meantime, guys, make sure you like and subscribe. A lot more footage coming your way. And otherwise, I want you all to have fun. I want you to be safe. Check me out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, guntube.org, Gunstreamer, UGEtube, all those places. All right, y'all have fun, be safe, and as you know, we will talk to you soon. All right, take care and have a good one. Bye-bye.